Reportedly, Nightwing is going to be joining the CW show Gotham Knights. Oh boy. More right after this. What is happening, Internet? Welcome back to the O1 channel, and today we're talking about the Gotham Knights TV show again, because, well, it's a slow news week. So this nugget of joy comes from comicbook.com, and they're reportedly saying that Nightwing, Bluebird, and Spoiler are going to be joining the cast of the Gotham Knights show. And I don't know if I agree with that or not, but also, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's kind of hard with the different comic book press sites because they don't read comics. There was a very big comic site when this news dropped about a month and a half ago where they said the adopted son of Bruce Wayne would be Damian because it was a rebellious teenager, and they just kind of assumed that would be Damian. Of course, like I said, since they don't know how to read, they would, of course, not know that Damian is the biological son of Bruce and Talia, not adopted, because that would be impossible since he came from Talia, who was, related to Bruce by blood, technically, through bedtime sparring. So, yeah, but today's journalists are kind of idiots, so I don't really need to paint a bigger picture than that. So no, I don't believe it'll be Damian, and I don't think it'll be Nightwing either. But anyway, the report says that the CW is looking for an 18 or older male actor who is both athletic and sensitive, whose parents were murdered, leading to the character's adoption by Bruce Wayne. And they're like, it sounds like Dick Grayson. But if they would actually, do their research, all the Robins are athletic. Now, Dick Grayson is an acrobat, so if they would have literally led with, for the casting acrobat, then you would know, oh, it's Dick Grayson. But they said athletic. All the Robins are athletic. They're supposed to be. They have to be more agile than Bruce Wayne because literally he has them running around in a bright red target suit. You got to be pretty quick to not get shot. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Bruce gets to wear dark colors that blends in, and the Robins just kind of, they're like literally running around with targets on their backs. So you better be quick and you better be agile or you be dead. You know what I'm saying? So, that's not a very good description of the idea of Nightwing. Also, I just want to throw this out there. We're possibly having a total of 4 Nightwings on film very soon. Reportedly, there's supposed to be a cameo for Dick Grayson in The Batman. His parents are killed, and, he's going to end up in foster care, and then Bruce shows up, or they go to the circus or whatever. The reports vary, but Dick Grayson is supposedly attached to the Matt Reeves trilogy, which, yes, there will be a trilogy. I don't think the Batman's going to make $1 billion, but I could be wrong. I think it's going to do very well. $1 billion, I don't know, but it'd be nice. It'd be pretty cool. I would brag a lot if the Batman got $1 billion again, because we haven't really gotten to say that very much for DC stuff. And then reportedly, you have Dick Grayson showing up on the Batgirl set, played by Dylan O'Brien. Again, not confirmed, just speculated. Although Dylan O'Brien was approached for the role of Nightwing, Dick Grayson, in the DCEU, and whether or not he took the role, we don't know. If he shows up in Scotland, I guess we'll know. Then you have, of course, Brenton playing Nightwing, Dick Grayson on the Titans show. So if we got another Robin, Dick Grayson, for the CW, that would be 4 live-action Dick Graysons, which I wouldn't complain, but the problem is it's the CW, and every Batman property they do turns to guano. So, look at Batwoman. I don't really want to talk about that show. Poor Luke Fox. What a character assassination of that amazing character. Way to go, CW. What I would say for the 18 or older actor, I would really like them to do Tim Drake because it would fit the criteria for the type of character that they're looking for the audience that watches the CW, or, the small audience that tunes in for the CW. That would be a character they would relate to, especially with Tim's recent changes. It also would be cool to have 2 live-action Tim Drakes. You have one on Titans, and then you would have one on the CW. Because if they give us Dick Grayson again, that's 4 Dick Graysons. Only 1 Tim Drake. So that would also work really well with the next casting opportunity that they have for a 18-year-old female actress who, according to the description of her character, was raised on a steady diet of brain teasers and puzzles. She's both sarcastic, beautiful, and smart. So this would be Stephanie Brown, a.k.a. the Spoiler, which is the daughter of the villainous Clue Master, which is where the teasers and puzzles would come in. Although, of course, she could also be the daughter of the Riddler, or Wormwood, or any puzzle villain in the DC universe. But let's assume, because it's Gotham, and these are supposed to be Gotham characters, that they're assuming that this is Stephanie Brown. Spoiler, which would be cool if she's handled right. Of course, I believe Stephanie Brown is in the Batwoman show, although she doesn't really act like Stephanie Brown. She acts more like Barbara Gordon because she has red hair. And then, of course, the other hero member of the Gotham Knights, reportedly they're looking for a blue-haired bisexual female actress that could head up the Streetwise, also comes from an abusive upbringing, Harper Row character. And there aren't many characters with blue hair that are in the Batman universe. Harper is kind of this goth character who, I don't remember who created her. I was never a fan of her, so, you know, I've never really gone into the lore of her character. Can't really tell you. I know she's been around maybe 10, 15 years tops. And some people like her, some people hate her. She uses guns. She doesn't really have a traditional superhero costume. It's very, you know, bare bones basic. But, yeah, that's who they're looking for to play that based on, you know, their casting call. The other mystery character, which was announced before, is the biggest villain in Gotham's daughter. And a lot of people assume this is the Joker, so they're saying Duella Dent, which I think Duella Dent would be awesome. Do I think it's going to be Duella Dent? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the Joker's daughter, but she's been a character in DC Comics for quite some time, and she would probably work well with this group of Misfits. And then, of course, they have other characters to be announced later, but yeah, if they do this thing, which, I mean, they're going to, I really don't want them to do Dick Grayson. I don't want Dick Grayson attached to the CW at all. Maybe like name drops, like Nightwing is off in Bloodhaven. Just leave him there. And this should be Tim Drake because his parents were killed. Up until the New 52, I believe his parents are stashed away somewhere in witness protection. But his, you know, real origin, the one that Chuck Dixon gave him, his parents are dead. And it's kind of sad, but I mean, it works because that's how he got adopted. It's really hard to adopt a kid when he still has parents, you know. The Robin factory doesn't work if there's people, you know, actually punching in to be the parents for the child. Well, that sounded weird, but it works, I guess, in a sense. So Tim Drake would work really well, I believe. Jason Todd also hasn't got enough representation in the DCEU or anywhere else. He was not the dead Robin in Zack Snyder's thing. The only Jason Todd that exists right now is on Titans, and he is Red Hood, probably. I think he's going to stay Red Hood unless he becomes a Red Robin. I don't know. He should be showing up again, and he was supposedly going to get a spin-off show based on how well, you know, last season did, but I don't know if that's happening or not. I guess we'll find out. The pandemic kind of changed things. But you could make him Jason Todd because both his parents are dead. His father was killed by Two-Face, and his mother was killed by drugs. In some cases, his mother was blown up alongside of him, but for the most part, she ends up dead in a ditch because of a drug overdose. It was very sad, and it explains why, you know, Jason was on the streets trying to boost the tires off the Batmobile. So he would also work as a rebellious character. Tim Drake isn't really a rebellious character, though, but, I mean, if you're going to be on the CW, you have to be rebellious, right? I mean, you can't just be a nice Robin. You have to be a really bad one. And, of course, if you guys haven't been paying attention to the show, the premise is more or less Bruce Wayne dies. Robin and his ragtag group of people are blamed for his death, and they become public enemy number one. The criminals run rampant in Gotham, and then it's up to these wild cards to become the new saviors of Gotham, even though they are also fugitives of Gotham. So you have drama and suspense, and will they get caught, or will they be defeated? Will they be heroes? That doesn't really sound like a group that Nightwing would lead. That sounds like, you know, something that Tim Drake would be able to turn around. But that's just me. Anybody saying, Damien, you're stupid, and I have no respect for you, whether you're a publication or a fan. Get educated when it comes to that kind of stuff, please. Watch my videos, because I've done tons of Robin stuff over the years, and we've gone over lots of different things. I'm not very nice. I'm not a very kind person when it comes to this stuff, so I expect people to do just a shred of research that you could easily do on Wikipedia. I mean, Wikipedia, I definitely would roll my eyes at you, but at least it's something, you know what I mean? But yes, I am a blunt, mean, sarcastic person. Deal with it. You know, I don't try to coddle people. I never have. And people saying, "Oh, K-Wing, why have you changed?" Go back and listen to my videos from 10 years ago. I'm the same. I'm consistent. I haven't done anything. The only thing that's happened is the world's gotten wackier. I've stayed the same. I've stayed right where I've always been. Maybe my humor's gotten a little bit more sarcastic, but for the most part, I've been, you know, pretty consistent in how I talk, how I explain, and how I teach. But anyway, now I want to hear from all of you. How do you feel about the Gotham Knights pilot thing happening? Do you think that this is literally going to be Dick Grayson? Or do you think they're going to do something completely different, like I do, and assume that this might actually be Tim Drake, which would be pretty cool if you think about it, because I think he would really fit the CW show, even though that puts a terrible taste in my mouth. Which is crazy because, you know, the Superman and Lois show is so good, but I guess Miracles can't, you know, migrate to other shows on the CW. Unless Stargirl, but Stargirl technically was an HBO Max or DC app property that got, you know, eaten up by another company, and, well, it eventually ended up in the CW, but it's still pretty good. I would say that both of those shows are the only really good things. Flash has fallen from grace. Batwoman is a joke. The Arrow show is gone, and they never got their spin-off. And Legends is, I mean, you know, just crazy fun. But, I mean, you can't really take it seriously, you know? So, I mean, this show would be like a very serious show, kind of like the Birds of Prey show from the 2000s. And maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. But the reason why they're trying to fast-track it is they're trying to get some type of spotlight on it because of the Gotham Knights video game that's coming out that features basically the proteges of Batman striking out on their own and trying to save the city. And this show is the same premise. The protege of Batman striking out on his own without Batman, who's presumed dead, and, you know, trying to save Gotham. Will it work? Don't know. Don't care. But all I can tell you from experience is the fact that the Batwoman writers are attached to the show, that means it's going to be garbage, because they can't write to save their life out of a paper bag. I know that's mean. I know that probably hurts people's feelings. Too bad. So sad. Don't care. I am very confident in their writing ability based on how badly that Batwoman show performs, that they can't write anything else. In fact, they're better off getting a job where they're actually, you know, talented at something, you know? Maybe standing on a soapbox and yelling at people or working at a non-profit organization. I think that would probably justify them. Or being a political analyst, because that's what a lot of people in comic books and television want to do. So go do your dream job. Stay away from comics, because you have no idea what you're doing. Leave it to smart people. Okay, so anyway, that does it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, listening, whatever it is you do. Stay safe, everybody. I have some more Batman-related stuff happening to talk about later this week. Hopefully no CW stuff, but no promises, because that's the only thing that's really happening in the news. The Batgirl set stuff is so secretive. Keaton is on set, but nobody knows, because they're actually filming in buildings because they don't want people to see Keaton. He's supposed to be a really big, kept, guarded secret for normies. Even though, you know, everybody knows that he was in The Flash by now. But, yeah, good luck seeing him out in public. You might see the Batmobile running around, but will it be Affleck's Batmobile, or will it be Keaton's Batmobile, or will it be a new Batmobile? We don't know. I'm saying Warner Brothers lazy, so just be the 89 Mobile, because Keaton loves that car, and so do I. But anyway, we also should be hearing some major monumental stuff about a Nightwing casting sometime this month. So, of course, I'll be there telling you guys when that happens. But take care, everybody. Keep it locked here for more news on Batman-related stuff in the Dark Knight, TV show, video games, movies, and occasionally comics. Have a good one. Later, people.